Hey everybody, Sean from Movie Assault here, and it is time for my monthly pickups video. This time around, it is for December 2023. It is the beginning of January 2024, so Happy New Year to everybody out there, and welcome to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys signing up and looking forward to new content on this channel. So we'll get right into it. I've got stuff from Half Price Books, Shout Studios, Amazon, Dollar Tree, believe it or not, and eBay. So we'll get right into it with Half Price Books. One of my goals for 2024 is I have a watch list of films that I've been updating for probably 10 years. And my goal for 2024 is to knock these 33 films left on this watch list out. One of the films on that list is House of Gucci, so I figured I'd pick it up and make it available to myself to watch. So I picked it up for $11.49, which is probably more than I should have spent on it, but it's brand new. So there you go. All right, that's it for Half Price Books. Next up is from Shout Studios. I pre-ordered the JFK 4K Collector's Edition that also includes, for the first time, I believe, since Blu-ray has come out as a format, that this also includes the theatrical cut on Blu-ray, which was not available prior to this. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. But I did watch the director's cut on 4K. It looked fantastic. This is one of my favorite films. It's not a documentary, but somebody who is sort of, I don't want to say fan of the JFK assassination, but more someone who has an interest in it. This is a movie that you have to see, and the whole Jim Garrison situation, whether you believe in conspiracies or not, this is just an interesting movie, and does put forth some interesting theories. It's not a documentary, but I will show you a documentary that has to do with this by the same director in just a second. So that is highly recommended. All right, Dollar Tree, of all places, I went and found a few things in a Dollar Tree that I hadn't hit up ever before, so I picked up three things. One is Killer Elite with Robert De Niro and Jason Statham and Clive Owen, and I've never seen this. I expect it to be about as good as it as I paid for it, which is of course $1.25. I don't have high hopes for this, but for $1.25, I'll check it out. This I just picked up because I like animal documentaries, and this was $1.25. So this is Hidden Kingdoms from the BBC Earth, from the makers of Planet Earth. So I'm always down for a good documentary about animals. And then this one was interesting. I've never seen this one at Dollar Tree before. This stars Susan Sarandon, Kate Winslet, Rainn Wilson, and Sam Neill, among others. It's called Blackbird. And I don't know, this just looks sort of interesting for $1.25. It is a Magna release, I believe. Blackbird Productions. Screen Media is the label. So I've never seen this at Dollar Tree, so I don't know if it's new. They're not putting barcodes on here anymore, so I don't know how old this is, but we shall see how good it is. eBay is next, and I picked up Dumb Money, which made my top 5 movies of 2023. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link over there. Excellent movie, really funny, based on a true story. I said in my top 5 video that I don't know how accurate this is, but it's entertaining as a film. Also making my top 5, I was busy on eBay picking up new releases. I picked up Oppenheimer. This came in at number 3 on my top 5 of 2023 list. This is the 4K with the hard-to-get slipcover. I sacrificed not getting a digital code to get this, so I'm glad to have that. And then also from eBay, I picked up Shane, which I'm starting to get into a lot of more classic movies, and this is a movie that I'm ashamed I have not seen, even though it is highly regarded in most circles as not just a great Western, but a great movie. So this is with Alan Ladd, Van Heflin, and Jean Arthur. And always wanted to see this, so Shane. All right, next up is the remainder of the stuff that I got, and it's all from Amazon. I'll go through it pretty quickly because there's not a whole lot. A lot of 4Ks in this batch, but rounding out my Indiana Jones collection, I picked up Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which is not the greatest Indiana Jones movie in the world, but it was enjoyable for what it is. I really don't think it's terrible. Some people have a problem with Phoebe Waller-Jones, I believe is her name. Is that her name? Phoebe Waller-Bridge, sorry. She's fine. This movie is fine. It's not terrible. It's not fantastic. It's just okay. It's entertaining. So pick that up. All-time classic, first time in my collection, The Maltese Falcon with Humphrey Bogart and Mary Astor. I have not seen this in a really, really long time. I actually saw this in a film class while I was in college and fell in love with it, but for some reason I never picked it up. Now that it's available on 4K, I figured I would grab it. I reviewed this on my website, movieassault.com. This is called A Disturbance in the Force. This is a documentary about the making of the Star Wars Holiday Special. If you've never seen the Star Wars Holiday Special, I highly recommend that you watch it, but maybe imbibe in your favorite adult beverage beforehand. It's not very good. This kind of explains why. It's a lot of talking heads, but most of the people who are involved or included in the documentary were actually involved in the production of the holiday special. So it kind of gives you a really good insight. It uses some old archival interviews as well. And this really gives you a good insight into what 1970s television was like back in the day. You wouldn't bat an eye that Paul Lynde or Don Ho or I don't know, anybody would host a variety special every week. And so the fact that this was sort of a variety show in the guise of a Star Wars holiday special really didn't make you bat an eye back then, but it is still terrible. Also picked up the latest release from Film Masters, that is The Terror with Boris Karloff, and this also includes The Little Shop of Horrors, the original version. I have not seen this, but this does include, or does star Jack Nicholson and Sandra Knight along with Boris Karloff. Again, Film Masters is doing a fantastic job restoring these films that have been available for a long time, but in really crappy public domain versions. So highly recommend that. One of my yearly watches for Christmas that I just picked up. I usually watch it on streaming, but wanted to get it in the collection, and that is Four Christmases. Admittedly not a great movie, but my wife and I love it to death and really enjoy it. Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon, Robert Duvall, Jon Favreau, Mary Steenburgen, Dwight Yoakam, Tim McGraw, Kristen Chenoweth, and Jon Voight. Just a really good, funny movie. I don't know. It's one of the things we watch every Christmas, so I picked it up and added it to the collection. Also picked this up. This is a blind buy. I picked up The Creator on 4K. I've heard good and bad things, but I always want to support original science fiction when I can, so I picked it up. And of course, this was directed by the man who directed Rogue One, Gareth Edwards. So I'm looking forward to this. The trailer made it look really good, so I'm sorry I didn't get to see it in theaters. Well, I'll show this one first. This was the one I was talking about as far as documentaries go. As far as JFK documentaries about the assassination, this is JFK Revisited. This is the complete collection. There was a version of this that aired on Showtime, which I've seen, which was approximately 2 hours long. This version is something like 4.5 hours or some ridiculous total, or ridiculous running length. But this includes JFK Revisited Through the Looking Glass and JFK Destiny Betrayed, which I believe is the longer version, but I have not seen that. But the total running time of the material on these discs, this is very heavy, is 5 hours and 51 minutes. So I'm going to have a lot to dig into with this. And this was directed by Oliver Stone, as well as the 91 film. And then this, I'm really glad to have been able to add this to my collection. It's an import from Europe, but I got it from Amazon. It's the documentary on Dio. It's called Dio, Dreamers Never Die. I actually saw this on Showtime, but it is available in a 4K and a Blu-ray version altogether. But you can see it's got the European rating on it, and it says it was made in the Czech Republic. It was released by BMG in 2023, so it's from Universal Music Group, so it is an actual release. It's not a bootleg. But this, if you're interested in Ronnie James Dio and his involvement with Black Sabbath, Rainbow, Heaven and Hell, and of course his solo career, this is a fantastic movie. It was made in collaboration with his wife, Wendy Dio, so it may be a little softball on the little softball side, but just really good representation and retrospective on the guy's career. So if you're into metal, definitely want to check this out. This is a great watch. You can check it out on Showtime. You can check it out on Paramount Plus if you've got the Showtime add-on or whatever. But it is available on 4K. So if I want to support physical media, I definitely would recommend picking this up. And like I said, I got it on Amazon, and I believe it was only like 16 bucks, maybe 19 bucks. I don't think it was ridiculously expensive, but definitely a worthy addition to the collection. So there you go. That is what I picked up in December 2023. As always, thanks for watching. And like I said, I really do appreciate all the new subscribers. If you've made it this far, I also appreciate your attention span, and look forward to the next couple of videos I've got coming out in the month of January. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.